Hey, how's it going? Josh here from Books by Josh. This is episode number 79 of the Books by Josh audio immersion. This episode is titled When Businesses Don't Care. Let's begin. Right now, my current job, a lot of positions do hybrid. They work from the office 1 week of the month. The other weeks they stay home. And even though they told us, hey, my department, we don't have enough space for you guys, and we're constantly hiring, so you guys are going to stay working from home. But they turned around and then say, they're like, hey, guess what? I understand what we told you last month, but we need you to come in 2 weeks out of the month. So yeah, that made me want to do this episode. And it's not just about their employees, it's about normal businesses and treating their existing customers wrong. Because it's more expensive to get a new customer than to keep an old one. What do I mean by that? Normally, if you have a customer, you want to keep them happy because, hey, if they're happy, they're going to remain a customer. And you're going to have revenue stream from said customer. But if you don't care about the customer and they leave, you have to advertise. You have to gain new customers. You need acquisition. So a traditional case, a company will have a marketing department that they have to pay marketers to market their product. And then once a new client sees the product, they will purchase it. And if it's a subscription base, you have to hope that they can stay active as a customer for a certain amount of time to break even. Prime example of companies losing money on sales of their products would be Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo with their hardware, their video game consoles. They lose money on each console they sell because they recoup for it on the games. So you buy a Wii for $300 or $350 for OLED or whatever. Nintendo's games, you can only buy Nintendo branded games, even digital downloads. So each of those games is a certain dollar amount, so $60. And even if they're on sale, they only go down $10 or $15. Even Breath of the Wild is technically always still full price. So you're not going to win on that. And that's why they can sell it at a loss, because they're the only provider of that content for those games. So streaming services, like, let's say HBO, if you want Game of Thrones, you can only get through HBO Max, because they own the rights to it. So with Netflix saying, hey, you want to share your password, even though back many years ago we promoted a tweet, nothing shows better love than sharing a password, they wanted to take that away from clientele. And I understand they're losing money because less of their clients are buying it, because they can share with their brother, their sister, parents, uncle, whoever, friend, roommate. You just have one account and you just split it. Or what other people do is, hey, you have Hulu, I have Netflix, let's share. You have Prime, I have HBO, let's share. You have Paramount, I have Peacock, you understand? You share the password with each other. And that's where we live in. That's just society, and that became a big uproar because Netflix is trying to keep people from sharing the password, and over the years the price has gone up. I remember I was paying $15 when the 4K streaming became a thing, with the extra amount that you pay for 4K streaming. I've been a Netflix customer since 2007 or 2006 with the DVDs. I had 2 discs a week, whatever it was at a time, 2 disc rental, and then I did 3 discs. But now my siblings use my Netflix, my parents, because I've had the account for so long. And Netflix could make more money by doing that, but what's happening is a lot of people are willing to boycott Netflix, which is why they're rethinking their whole plan, because you're alienating your customer base when you were saying, yeah, this is what you should do, share your password, you were behind it, but now that your revenue's gone down because you're spending all the money on shows and movies that aren't selling to your clientele, or they're not watching, you can't recoup the cost, or you just want your shares to go up. That's not how you go about doing it. Get better content, provide a better experience instead of taking something away, which is like the subscription base. Adobe. Photoshop is $21 a month. The Creative Cloud is outrageous when Premiere Pro is $21 and you can just get DaVinci Resolve. There's a free version if you need all the features for free, or you pay for DaVinci Studio for $295 or Final Cut. Instead of one-time purchase, and you own the app. But no, it's subscription based, which if you're a long-time listener of Tech with Josh, or even this, you'll know that I hate subscription-based services because they end up costing you in the long run. Like in the past, you'll buy Office. You own that copy of Office for life. And then they had the new extensions come out. Instead of DLC, it was DLCs. And they broke support for 2003. They did have a plugin that sometimes worked, and most of the time it didn't. So that's the whole thing. It had some more features, but it broke the compatibility for people using that software. On my tablet, my phone, my computers, I have Notability, which I purchased many moons ago, back in 2012, 2011. A lifetime license, one-time purchase, and now it's gone subscription-based. I have highlighted all of this. They're all going subscription-based. Even my podcast, after I used to listen to podcasts, is not subscription-based. And it's just alienating customers because it's like, you want a no ads plan. I want to just pay one time and be done with it. And let's go back to when businesses don't care. Another time that businesses don't care, other than raising the price, taking things away, is honestly blocking out features that you used to receive. So let's say you have an app that has like a magic eraser. But now that the app has been updated, they tell you to use that function, you have to pay $1.99 more. So even though you had access before, now with the update, you can no longer do that. And that's because of everything changing, which is still going to a subscription base, but it's just removing certain features that you had access to before, because they changed the name or the version number. So, prime example, Google Photos. If you had a Pixel device, you had unlimited high-res uploads, full quality. And they stopped that, after the Pixel 2. If you have a Pixel 3 or more, no more high-res. And they had unlimited photo storage for low-quality image for any user. And they took that away, saying, oh no, now it counts against your gigabytes. So that's taking away a feature that we had initially included because we've been using the services since they opened. Just things like that. When businesses don't care, because I understand that you have to run the business at a profit, but you're going to force users to switch to another platform. There's thousands of cloud-based services now. You got Dropbox was one of the OGs, Box.net, Google Drive, OneDrive, iCloud, all these things are services, but why make a customer flip-flop? When I worked in cellular services and I had a customer that had an iPhone, I always told them, get Google Photos, because iCloud, they gave you 5 gigs free Google Photo, even though it's not high quality. I'm doing air quotes here, because at the end of the day, it's slightly compressed, but still usable. They gave you unlimited, so you don't have to worry about your photos. Now, what's the point of cloud if they're going to make you pay? And this has been more of a rant, but thank you for making it to the end. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.